Look, so, this might be one of those kinds of videos about one of those kinds of games that you might not be into at all. I know I have somewhat of a reputation as a tactical gamer, and that isn't untrue. But also, I think a majority of you know by now that I'm not as really exclusively a hardcore tactical shooter gamer as many of you would probably expect and or want me to be. And this really isn't out of the blue either. I've been playing all sorts of different games for a long time, like Space Engineers or Stormworks or a variety of other games. In fact, at the very beginning of this channel, many, many years ago, I even uploaded a few Minecraft videos of like Dungeon Siege and Diablo style mods for the game before Minecraft just happened to become like exclusively a kids game, and I still don't really know how that happened. I know that might sound like a weird thing to say for some of you that are too young to remember like Minecraft before it became mainstream, but I still remember playing Minecraft back when it was just like a cool, weird new indie game and not like this massive franchise that got bought out and perverted by Microsoft into a kids merchandise storefront. But anyways, all of that aside, what I'm saying is that what we're going to show here today, hopefully, isn't a massive shock to everybody that this is something that I think is interesting and cool. And it also is still a very interesting thing to talk about, not just from a game and gameplay perspective, but also from a business and political and industry perspective. But what we're going to be talking about is this new trailer that came out recently about the game called Hytale. And before I talk about this anymore, I'm just going to go ahead and let's just watch the trailer right here, right now. So, without further ado, here is the trailer from Hytale that we're going to talk about. Enjoy. Alright, so that looks fucking dope. But what I want to talk about is obviously give you a little bit of background of what's going on here because I relate very strongly to the team that's creating this game. Basically, this is a team that made their business off of hosting servers for Minecraft, which obviously I relate to very strongly. And over time, they got to the point where they were so successful as a server hosting community, creating modifications for Minecraft and also getting frustrated with the limitations of Minecraft, that they decided to pour those resources and their success into making their own game, which is Hytale. And obviously, for any of you who know and follow me and the things that I talk about, obviously you're going to know that that story resonates with me. But also, what I want to talk about is this game in comparison to Minecraft from a business perspective. Because let me tell you something, I was a Minecraft player way back in the day, back when I was like 18 to like 22. Again, before it was exclusively a kids game. And I remember thinking about how amazing that game would be over time if people put effort into it. And one of the things that I've noticed, and I've noticed this about a lot of games, everything from Battlefield to Minecraft, is that Minecraft is one of the best examples that I have of insane stagnation, of a obscene amount of untapped potential and missed opportunity for seemingly no reason. Because for those of you who obviously know what Minecraft is, and I'm going to be surprised if you're not, you know that that franchise has reaped billions and billions of dollars. And yet, we've had to wait 8 years to get a fucking panda as the main feature for the latest update in the game. The game that is now owned by Microsoft, the game that has made billions and billions of dollars, the game that never released the modification API that they promised, the game that has barely even released anything of interest in the many, many years that it has been taken and used primarily as a vessel to sell toys and licensed Lego figurines. Minecraft has become probably one of the best examples I have of the stagnation and lack of creativity in franchises that really have no excuse for stagnation and lack of creativity that has been plaguing the industry for years. And when you look at the footage of this game, whether or not, here's the other thing, whether or not Hytale actually turns out to be like a massive disaster or not, this is what I would have expected a franchise like Minecraft, with the resources and the hype that it had, to look like now. And the fact that Minecraft still looks like this, and you have indie games showing even concepts like this, is probably one of the easiest ways that I can illustrate the huge problems in the industry that are causing huge stock free falls in the past few months in this industry, which I think many of us has seen coming for so long. It's so frustrating to just blatantly predict those things and have people still being like, what went wrong? It's like, what do you mean what went wrong? We're showing you very clearly what the problem is. And then when you have massive stock free falls, everybody's sitting here like, oh, who could have seen this coming? This is why. But anyways, that's why when I saw this trailer, even though this isn't the kind of trailer that you guys are probably as interested in as, say, I don't know, the new Ready or Not trailer, which isn't out yet, but I'll be talking about that, of course, when it drops. This is just kind of a really good example. When I saw this, I was like, why doesn't Minecraft look like this? They have billions of dollars. They have obscene resources and infrastructure, and they're doing nothing, and they've been doing nothing for years other than selling toys and making weird little spin-off story mode games that have nothing to do with the original spirit of Minecraft or the original spirit of the game that got that entire company and franchise to where it is. It's just baffling. But this is something that I think is going to increasingly become a topic as we go on. I've said it in the past in previous videos, and I want to say it again. One of the things that I'm starting to understand is that, especially for large companies and publicly traded companies, their objective is to spend as little money on the development of a game as they possibly can. If they can find a way to do as little as they can and still have people buy their product, they're not going to invest those earnings into making the product better at all. That is not their objective. And especially when you take into consideration digital products that don't have any manufacturing costs and the overheads are just insanely high, I feel like that becomes even more unforgivable. And another important aspect to bring up is this is also not a technically
insane thing to do anymore. When you look at this trailer and you're like, wow, this looks really good. The gameplay looks much deeper than other similar games like Minecraft, and it's insane because, like we've also talked about in previous videos, this is not a technically cutting edge game. This is low poly artwork with pixel art style textures, with fairly realistic multiplayer goals. Like, none of these things that it is doing is not achievable. But at the same time, when I look at this footage, I immediately say, wow, I am way more interested in playing this than other games that aren't doing anything. Because this is, in my opinion, the future of game development is heart and soul and passion and actual original content. Like, look at this fucking Yeti. Why doesn't Minecraft have a Yeti? Look at the even look, and here's the craziest thing. Even if this video is a complete scam, even if this game never comes out or it's a complete waste, this video alone has more interesting content than what I have seen in Minecraft, its primary competitor, in the past nearly decade. Look at these goblins. Look at this spider. Look at this flame hound thingy. Look at these environments. Like, literally every single aspect of this looks infinitely better than a studio that has billions of dollars and isn't doing anything with it. It hurts. It hurts, man. It's hilarious, but it hurts. And this is one of those kinds of games where I really hope it is successful. It may not be. There's a lot of games out there that are obviously incredibly hyped, but then don't meet expectations. But I think one of the things that I really want to hit on is that it's getting to the point where this trailer is better than Minecraft. I seriously got more enjoyment out of watching this damn trailer than I've gotten out of playing Minecraft in the past 6 years. Because it's actually showing me some interesting, unique, original footage. Some interesting, unique biomes that I haven't seen before. Some interesting, unique gameplay that I have not seen in something like a Minecraft style game. Like, look at this combat with this troll. This is the kind of combat that I was hoping to see in Minecraft after a few years of development. Little details like this are so simple, yet so essential. And it baffles me infinitely why you don't see these kinds of things, why you don't see this kind of innovation. Hell, this isn't even innovation sometimes. It's just doing the bare minimum of creating an interesting universe. And Microsoft and whoever the hell is making Minecraft right now is doing less of that than these guys based off of a trailer alone. That's sad. That is sad. So, with that said, I just wanted to create this video because I think that this is a project that does look interesting. When you look at also the fact that they're not just creating a trailer talking about new gameplay mechanics or new visuals or new content like the new creatures or new biomes, not just that, but also talking about some of the most important things that are neglected by so many other studios: the modification support, the community hosting, the support for not just a game, but a platform. That is a beautifully introspective thing for a game development studio to show that they're thinking about. And one of the reasons I think that they are thinking about it is because they come from hosting servers for Minecraft. They are the kinds of people that are actually more passionate about the game than the people who made the game itself. And I think that's a trend we're going to start seeing more and more and more. Because I know personally that that's what I want out of a game. I want to play a game where I can feel the people who made it cared about it. And when you look at this trailer, I feel like this trailer is something that we haven't seen in a long time, which is a studio that is obviously passionate enough to create a vision for a game that they know that their community is going to want because it's what they want. And whether or not this studio or this project or this game fails, I think it's still important to point that out. So that's it from me. I hope you enjoy the trailer. I hope you think this is cool. I'm definitely going to be following it. Is it going to be amazing? Not sure. Could all be a sham. Lots of those nowadays. But I do think that it is pretty cool. And if it does succeed, I probably will actually end up playing this because one of the things that I really have always wanted to play is a version of Minecraft that has the same gameplay as Diablo. I've always been a big fan of Diablo. I've always been a big fan of dungeon crawlers and role playing games, even games like Skyrim. And I've always thought that it would make a lot of sense to create something like that in a voxel based, low poly, pixel art style game such as either Minecraft or something similar to Minecraft. So if this is actually able to achieve that, and it's also able to have dedicated servers where I can start a live stream and I can have 100 people all join with me at the same time, and we can do that together, hell yeah, I'll be playing that. That's absolutely something that I would want. I don't care how much of a kid's game it is or who's going to think that that's weird. I will play the shit out of that. So, all right, that's it from me. See you guys next time. Hope you enjoy the video, and I love you. Oh, right. Go play Iron Armada on Steam. It's free. And speaking of server hosting communities that went and created their own game and released it for everybody to play, Iron Armada is a game that our community created because we wanted to create a game that we wanted to play. And it's for free on Steam. Go play it. It's in beta, so it's still kind of buggy, and we're still working on a bunch of new features, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. Okay, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.